What's up, everybody? My name's Trey, and welcome back to another video. And we have some good news. We, as an I, me, myself, and I, me, myself, and me, and myself, and I have some great news. Today, I was able to go upstairs without using crutches or holding on to the guardrails. I was able to do leg extensions, hamstring curls. I was able to do some squats, some body weight squats. Now, I know the caveat there okay, well, there are some caveats to what I was able to do, but kind of go over the update of how I'm feeling today. Getting ready to go into my ACL reconstructive surgery in about 2 weeks. But if you are somebody that's new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell to get notified every time I post a video, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Are you somebody who has had ACL reconstructive surgery, or are you somebody who's recently torn their ACL? Would love to read your comments down in the comment section down below, because know that you are not alone, as you're obviously watching me, looking at you, watching me, and I'm going through the same thing as well. But yeah, I had some milestones today. I figured out that now I can ride the stationary bike without any knee pain. It is very taxing on my leg, as soon as I do any type of exercises or movements or cardio machines, I instantly get one of the biggest pumps of my entire life in my quad and my hamstring. I think it's just because my body's compensating for me not having an ACL, but I am now able to do cardio. I'm able to ride the bike. I'm also able to walk backwards on the treadmill, which is really nice. And I'm able to do it without a limp. So right now I'm limping when I walk. I can't put my leg necessarily straight with weight on it. So I'm still I'm still hobbling around. Late in the day, I am using crutches still, just because my knee hurts or becomes more agitated and more swollen the longer I'm on it and the more I use it throughout the day. But I am able to do some things where I feel like a normal person, which is beautiful. I almost shed a tear in the gym today. I was like, man, I'm finally able to just do a leg extension, like without weight or anything, but I'm able to do it, which I wasn't able to do 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I'm just so excited that I'm able to do a little bit more than I was previously. Obviously, we're not even close, like nowhere near out of the woods yet, as I have surgery in 2 weeks. And that's a whole process in and of itself, going through rehab. But yeah, I'm just pretty proud of the milestones that I've had so far, because I've been icing, I've been using the compression sleeve, I've been using my electromagnetic muscle contractor device, been using a red light therapy heating pad. I have been doing different knee over toes exercises to strengthen my knee, my quad, my hamstring. And it seems like doing those exercises, even though they're not full range of motion, because when I initially started them, I couldn't even like do a full like leg extension. I could get my leg maybe like a fourth of the way up. And what I would do is I'm like, okay, it doesn't hurt right here. It hurts anywhere else, but I'm just gonna be here in this very small, minute motion of the 1/4 of an extension of my leg. And I'm just gonna do that for a little bit. And then as my leg continued to gain strength, as the swelling kind of went down a little bit, I was able to do that extension a little bit more, because my orthopedic surgeon basically said I can do whatever workouts I want as long as it not hurting me, because it wasn't a partial tear of my ACL. I completely ripped it from the bone. So this is a complete rupture. So it's not like I can damage my ACL necessarily, because I don't have one. It's just over there floating around. I don't have an ACL to injure. So he was like, as long as you don't feel like you're hurting yourself, you're not in a lot of pain, feel free to exercise however you want. Obviously, he's not saying go run a marathon or something like that, but I'm just doing exercises or trying exercises. And as long as there's no pain, I'm like, cool, let me just continue to do this exercise. And tomorrow I'm going to try to add a little bit of range of motion. Next day, a little bit more range of motion, and continue to do that up until surgery. Hopefully, all of the exercises and the nutrition and everything that I'm doing right now will help not only my recovery from surgery, but rehab when it comes to getting my leg back to the strength of my other one, and then getting back into, lifting weights, playing sports, being active, that type of stuff. Because I was super excited. Like, words cannot explain how excited I was and just how happy I was just to be able to do very like standard movements, like just getting upstairs without having to hold onto the guardrail or having crutches. I was blown away. I was like, I didn't even know I could do that. But all the stuff that I've been doing leading up to that point is kind of strengthening my leg. And it looks like we're getting a little bit of strength back, which is beautiful. So I would say today is probably the best I've felt since tearing my ACL, just because I'm seeing that the exercises I've been doing, the pain that I've been in is like I said, by no means over with. But it's just nice to see that I am progressing in the right direction when it comes to knee flexion, knee extension, and just strength. I was able to do box squats today as long as I didn't stand all the way up. So I'm doing like three fourths, quarter. I'm doing a quarter. No, I'm doing three fourths of a squat. Yeah. So well, I'm doing box squats, so not even three quarters. I'm coming up about three fourths, but then I'm not going all the way down into a squat where like my butt is on my calves or anything like that. That still hurts way too much. Trust me, I tried it once and I was like, probably won't do that again for a while. But was able to do squats, was able to do leg extensions, hamstring curls, was able to ride the stationary bike. I was able to walk backwards on the treadmill. I was able to do a lunge variant like on a platform. I did post an actual video. If you want, go check that out of my actual first leg day back in the gym since tearing my ACL. So, really excited about the progress I've had so far. And it's really just made me feel good about the day because it just gives me a little bit of motivation that everything's going to be okay. It's going to suck and rehab is going to be awful, but I am a lot more optimistic than I was, say, 2 weeks ago when I couldn't really even walk on my leg, let alone try to work out on it or something like that. So, really excited about the progress that I've had so far. I have also been doing a lot of not necessarily workouts, but recovering things like ice, heating pads, things of that nature. I'll make an entire separate video of what exactly I'm doing to prepare myself for this surgery, probably tomorrow or the next day, as I got some schoolwork to do and I have some work I need to do for my actual job. And I need to edit this YouTube video and I need to edit the video that I made in the gym for my workout that I did today. So I got a lot of other stuff going on, but that video will come out shortly because, like I said, a lot of information on the internet. And I just haven't seen a lot of videos of people talking about the exercises and things that they did before having surgery or like what exactly that looked like. Like, even though they're limping around, are they still able to go to the gym? Are they still able to exercise, even though they're hitting different muscle groups or whatever the case may be? So, really excited for that. And I feel good, man. I feel like we're headed to the right direction. I'm dialed in on what type of surgery we're having. I dialed in on the surgeon that I'm going with. And now I think I have a good understanding of kind of the exercises that I'm going to be doing after surgery for my rehab. So prehab is at my exercise I'm doing before I have surgery to get me prepared for surgery and then thereafter. So I think those are going well. It seems like I'm getting a little bit of my strength back in my quad, in my hamstring, in my calf, and overall I just, like I said, I know I'm smiling a lot. I know I've said the same thing 7 times, that I just feel good. This is a milestone that I didn't think I was going to be at before surgery. I saw some people online talking about how they were able to run and they were able to work out before they had surgery. And if you told me that 2 weeks ago, I'd be like, you're an absolute madman. I obviously had the worst ACL tear in human history. And if that's the case where everybody else can run, I might need my leg amputated or something of that nature. Thankfully, that is not the case. And I'm really glad it is not because even though my body completely completely went against me in terms of like, we work out. You should be able to take a Euro step and not blow out your ACL and rip your meniscus. But we're going on the right path, and I'm really excited that I was able to do that today. Now I'm doing my best not to overdo it. I'm trying to make sure that as soon as I feel a pinch, or I wouldn't say discomfort because my leg, I've been in pain this entire time. I guess pain's not the right word. I've had discomfort this entire time since tearing my ACL. I've had just discomfort with my leg. But when I have any sharp like pains or sharp pinches when it comes to exercises, immediately when I feel that, I back off and I'm like, okay, I need to either reduce the range of motion that I'm dealing with, or maybe is it just how I am doing the exercise? So maybe am I putting too much emphasis on the balls of my feet compared to on my toes or the outside of my feet or whatever, because really this is just trial and error at this point in time to see what exercises I can do, what exercises I can do, which ones hurt, which ones don't work. And I only have 2 more weeks, so I guess I don't have too terribly long to kind of figure this stuff out, but I would like to get to at least some type of a base level before I have surgery. So if I know that I can bring my leg up a certain amount, or if I can do hamstring curls with a certain amount of weight before surgery, after surgery, I know how my knee should feel. And hopefully, after surgery, I don't have too terribly much just like knee pain in and of itself. It's just like structuring and growing the muscles that will help support my newly reconstructed ACL. So that's it. Just a little bit update. Feeling good. Glad that you stopped by to hear this update on my ACL recovery journey, because I feel like I put in a lot of time, sweat, and tears into just being able to get upstairs and now do hamstring curls and leg extensions. But I'm really excited of my progress so far, and hopefully that'll continue to surgery. Then after surgery, hopefully we can pick back up and really get through this rehab process. I know it's going to be a long process. I'm not saying that it's going to go faster just because I'm doing exercises now or I'm getting stronger now. I've wrapped my head around, and I have completely come to the realization that rehab is going to suck and it's going to take a really long time. But I'm just proud of myself and the progress I've made up until this point. And well, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell to get notified every time I post a video. And leave a comment in the comment section down below. Like I said, are you somebody who's had ACL reconstructive surgery? Are you somebody who's recently torn their ACL and you don't know which reconstructive surgery might be the best option for you, or you don't know really, what you should be doing? Should you be working out before surgery? Should you not be working out? Who you should listen to? Because I'm going through this process just like you are. So I will do my best to share what information I do find that has been helpful to me. And just like that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.